So you admit that Ohio State's ponied up the checkbook this year, right? That's what it comes down to.
Oh, no. Now listen, when you get on campus, there are a lot of opportunities that you can have.
There's nothing on campus that you can't get anywhere else.
Bryce,
Ohio State has opened
Bryce,
up the checkbook, and I get it. I get it. Michigan's beat them
that
enough. They've
that
had
is
to
such a
redo things.
that is such a weak narrative to push. Don't
It's
Bryce, you are a strong man. Don't let that Michigan victimhood.
Look out now. The sideline. Forget about it. This baby's over.
Oh, my goodness. One man. Goodbye. Hello, Heisman.
And most especially in 310 days in Ann Arbor, Michigan, on the football field.
Another block. One more. He's touchdown. No flag.
Samuel cuts it back. Ohio State wins.
Here's the run again. Donovan Edwards. Whoa. Can they catch him? No. Donovan Edwards again. The down.
all right, everybody. Welcome back. Episode 11, Scarlet and Blue show. We are, if you're watching this on Thursday, 2 days away from college football season officially kicking off. Week 0, baby. How are we feeling?
I'm so happy, dude. It's finally here.
It's
finally
coming.
here. Dude. I was in a Twitter space the other day, man. I'll tell you what. I'll take some action right now. Like I'm ready for football to start. I'm ready for it to start. How about you, man?
I'm so fired up. Action is a good way to put it. The people who are bashing on week 0 can just shut right up.
Dude, come on. Like it's football.
Mm-hmm. I think we'll just kick it right off. You Buckeyes, I'm sure, are feeling real good right now with your recruiting class. So I want to give you the floor.
Yeah, man.
While also reminding you that your coach is still Ryan Day. But go ahead.
45-6. This week we landed Edderick Houston, and if I'm being completely honest, I was kind of worried because, usually when you see a crystal ball and you hear a lot of rumblings, you're hoping that the kid will commit as soon as possible. But this kind of strung along for a while, and so I was getting a little worried. I'm not gonna lie to you, but at the end of the day, the man, my uncle, not my real uncle, but he's the uncle vibes, Larry Johnson, the guy that everyone went to joke about when he was missing on some edge players. Now, granted, we still need edge players. Like Booker Payne Jr. is someone I really like, but we landed Edderick Houston. Bryce, Edderick Houston, from Beaufort, Georgia, mind you, we have 2 of the best players out of Georgia on our recruiting class. 4th ranked defensive lineman, the composite, 23rd nationally composite. This is why, but Bryce, this is why, this is what makes Ohio State great, because even when we're losing to our biggest rival, we're not winning national championships. The kids, everyone still wants to play for Ohio State University, the Ohio State University Buckeyes, and this is just another example of that.
You fumbled the delivery there. I'm not going to hold you to that.
And one more thing.
Go ahead.
A Garrisonism. Recruiting is staying power. Elite recruiting is staying power. Just remember that when you're looking at your class continually drop, Bryce. Continue.
Georgia getting one kid out of the state of Georgia is shocking. So they got Riola, who you guys had. So they could have gone to you.
No, they have 2. If you look at the composite, they have the number 1 and number 9 or 10.
Oh, they do. Okay, yeah, I was looking at the.
It's a running back. Yeah.
Number 10. So they've got 1 and 10. That's more surprising to me, man, because 1 through 7 are 5 stars.
Florida State has 4 of them, man.
Florida State has 4.
That's insane.
So you admit that Ohio State's ponied up the checkbook this year, right? That's what it comes down to.
Oh, no. Now listen, when you get on campus, there are a lot of opportunities that you can have.
There's nothing on campus that you can't get anywhere else. Ohio State has opened up the checkbook, and I get it. Michigan's beat them enough. They've had to redo things.
That is such a weak narrative to push. Bryce, you are a strong man. Don't let that Michigan victimhood creep up on you.
Victim.
Just know, Bryce, when I say you're a regional program, I mean that. I mean that.
You're
What?
I lost train of thought there, but I
would too if my class was dropping like that.
I love our class. I don't know what you're talking about. I love our class.
How much is gonna stay intact?
It's still there, right? It's still there. So enough about recruiting. I hate talking about recruiting. I think it's lame. I think it's boring. I think it's window shine that you guys like that.
But Bryce, you do understand that recruiting is the one that is probably close to 40% of college football. It's huge, man, because when you get those types of players, man, like when you get the Joey Bosa's of the world in your team, when you get the Chase Youngs of the world, you get the Michael Thomases, the Marvin Harrison, bro, it's huge.
You win one national championship in the last decade. That's what the Buckeyes are getting with all of that talent.
Do me a favor and get to one.
I'm just saying, I'm not going to sit here and celebrate these recruiting ranking victories when you guys don't have anything to show for it. When Georgia came off 2 in a row, Bama's won, 5 since you guys have won 1? Good on you. Good on you.
I have Bryce.
Clemson's won 2. Garrison, Clemson's won 2.
I have said that we are the most underperforming program of the last 20 years.
You've never said that on this show, but I'm glad you just said it now. Thank you.
Yes, I understand that. But at the end of the day, man, we've been to 5. We've We've won 2 of them. And I think we're about to win 2 with the next from 23 to 27. I think we're getting 2 to 3.
Been to 5 since the playoffs started?
No, I'm saying from this year till 27, the end of 27 season, we're getting 2 to 3 championships. I promise.
Oh, that was my next point. So I was gonna you tweeted out a guarantee today. I will hold you to that. So no less than
please do.
Than 2.
Please do.
Okay.
I'm very serious about it.
That's again,
I'm Stonewall right now.
You got Vanilla Bread as your coach, so we'll see. All right. Well, no, it's those are some good pickups, man. I think a couple months ago things were not looking that way, and you guys opened the checkbooks, got the 5 stars, and now they're here.
Stop. All right, Bryce. Maybe you guys should. How about that?
Yeah, I kind of wish we would. I kind of wish we would. On the recruiting front, though, I do want to point out something because just going back, the 2018 Michigan recruiting class. Do you remember that one, Garrison?
It was awesome.
Yeah, the bottom 5 guys in that class: Luke Schoonmaker, German Green,
Cowboy.
Yeah, Luke Schoonmaker, Hassan Haskins, Ronnie Bell, Jake Moody. Those are the bottom 5 guys. So that means you have a
Who's at the top?
Luke Schoonmaker. So you have a 2nd round draft pick, one guy who's still on the team. Then you have a 4th round pick, a 7th round pick, and then you have the greatest kicker of all time, 3rd round pick.
He's not the greatest. He's 2nd best in Big Ten history.
I'm pretty sure on this show he said he's greatest, but whatever. I don't care.
No, Mike Nugent is the greatest in Big Ten history.
All right, that's fine. I'm not going to debate you on kickers. The greatest kickers in Big Ten history. So the other interesting thing too is this is kind of older news, and we meant to talk about this last episode, but we got carried away and your ridiculous proposition that Nebraska and Michigan are the same team.
I took the
You're an honest man, Garrison.
I try my best.
Two recruits, big performances coming from the QB position. JD Daniels obviously had a big night last week, threw 5 tuds for 457. 2 of them went to fellow commit Channing Goodwin. He had 2 touchdowns.
I think he had 499.
Did he have 4? I saw 457, 499.
Wow,
so he had almost 500. Nah, but he developed too early, man. I don't know.
Dude, he played a great game.
And then the other guy too, that I think Michigan fans just need to pay attention to is his other receiver, Jordan Shipp. 13 catches, 234 yards, 3 touchdowns. Currently committed to North Carolina, and if you are Michigan, you recruit the heck out of that guy until he gets there, and you don't stop recruiting because that's a guy you want on the team.
And it's not to say, is it Channing Goodwin?
Jane Goodwin, yeah.
Yeah, he had a good game also, man. Or a great game also. I
Yep.
don't want to like take a shine off him. He is a Michigan recruit. But my gosh.
Yeah.
That kid played a game over 230 yards, man. That's in high school, that's impressive. That's impressive.
It's not bad.
He's gonna boost up the rankings soon.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and then your guy, Aaron Noland, future Oregon commit. I'm sorry. I don't even believe that. I just like to troll you and troll the fans.
For what?
It's just
Bryce, how about you have some dignity, all right?
I know. It's a lot of hate. It's been a long day. So I need to regroup here. But go ahead. Your guy. Georgia product.
I think he played a really good game. From what I saw, they were able to run the ball. Air 13 for 21, 162 yards, 2 touchdowns. They got down early in the first quarter, 15-0, man. Came back and won the game. And I don't know if we can show it here, but the last 2 passes he threw to win that game. Oh, Bryce, that arm is special, Bryce. He has a CJ Stroud arm. It's that.
Wow.
It's that.
Wow.
And of course, he's not at that level yet, but he's going to be on his way.
Yeah,
he's going to be on his way. He's good, man. I mean, last year he had 55 touchdowns. So,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah, watch those clips, and it's fun. And so some fun notes there. Again, still a little PTSD from Dennis Fithian getting a text saying that other teams are attacking Jadyn Davis. I keep saying Jadyn Daniels, Jadyn Davis, but I'm going to trust that he's sticking true. Not going to let that bother me. If you know what I'm talking about, go back and watch it.
I think he's a high character kid. I think he will.
That's what Michigan's all about, high character.
I mean, he just had a recruit suspended 2 games, but okay.
All right, what else we got? We're just gonna blitz through these, man, because we have some fun things at the end to talk about. And anything out of camp, Garrison, anything worth noting?
As of right now, the quarterback situation, let's just be honest, that's at some point today, Bryce, I think it was about 2 hours before we start recording this, it hit me. And I was like, we need a quarterback. We need to figure that out right now. And I mean, Heartline said we have 2 starting quarterbacks, man. And I believe it. I think that's what's taking so long. And but I said this, I tweeted this out earlier. We're not playing, the St. Mary's of the poor. We're playing a Big Ten team. I don't care how bad they might be. Indiana on the road.
Yep.
2 years ago, CJ Stroud came against Minnesota, and I mean, listen, man. Hindsight's 2020. He played a really good game. He over 300 passing yards, but it looked ugly at times. It didn't look. It looked inconsistent.
Remember that game.
And so, this game means a lot, especially if Kyle gets a start. Kyle, you gotta go crazy. You gotta go crazy. Yeah. And the same thing for Devin Brown. Same thing for him too.
Yeah. And I like the idea of giving both them their shot and see how it plays out. Kind of experimenting. At the end of the day, right? Position to position, Ohio State should match up and exceed in every area. And so you think that would cover it and allow the guys to compete at the quarterback position and come to some sort of conclusion.
Bryce, to give some context to that, how I said that those 2 or 3 championships, Bryce, I'm trying to be consistent because last year I said Ryan Day has a 3 to 4 year window to win a natty. He has a 3 to 4 year window. And I don't care even when CJ Stroud leaves, he has a 3 to 4 window. You have to go win it. You have to.
You're man of honor. Man of honor. Yeah, no, it's a fun battle, man. I think I love that Michigan's not in that position this year. QB battle's never fun. But again, it goes back to what we've been talking about. You can criticize Ryan Day in whatever way you want, but you can't criticize him on the offensive side of the ball. Like, trust the man.
Whoever he puts at quarterback, trust me, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. From Michigan's perspective too, nothing really huge out of camp. The one interesting thing, speaking of quarterback, is that AJ Henney transfers this last offseason, goes to Northwestern, which I wonder if he's regretting that decision now. I haven't really heard anything from him. But I think he should have gone to Iowa. Yeah, that would have been interesting. We'll talk about Iowa in a little bit here. But that was a move he made. I think going back home to Chicago, going back to Illinois. He was primary kick returner, punt returner, and now that position has to be filled. And a few names
Pretty
have
good
come up.
too.
You what?
Pretty good too.
Yeah, it was solid return, man.
Yeah.
A few names have come up. Romer Wilson's been one of them. Handful of others, but one name that came up was Alex Orji, the quarterback. They're saying he's such a talent, and you kind of want to get him on the field. Harbaugh did say that.
What did RG3 say?
There's an Orji in the end zone, Garrison. What's weird about that?
Nothing. Sorry.
Okay.
A family show.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. So
Me either.
all right. Harbaugh did say he is excelling at the QB position, though. So they'll kind of see on all of this, but he said he's too athletic to not be on the field. And I think that's fun.
No, that's fact. That's fact.
So I wanted to talk about the Big Ten here and just the teams that Michigan has to play. And I just couple comments here, couple things. I said this last year. We'd have a show last year, so there's nothing to refer back to. But I'm pretty sure I said it to you at one point where I said the Big Ten is in such a good spot. And you're looking at the usuals at the top: Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State. Michigan State was coming off an 11-win season. Nebraska had their guy. Thought, okay, they're going to take the next step this year. LOL. Other teams like Bielema's got that thing going. Fitz has that going. Oops.
Yeah.
PJ Flex got it going. There's been some changes in the offseason. But I tell you what, though, the changes that have been made this offseason, the Big Ten, aside from what happened in Northwestern, and I think aside from Indiana and maybe a little bit Purdue, it's the Big Ten is in an awesome shape. And take out the additions that are going to come in 2024. Where we're at right now is awesome. Awesome. East to the West. I mean, the last few years, it's been very unbalanced. I don't know what you meant. I think I'm more excited about the conference this year than I've ever been.
This is a jumpstart year for a lot of programs in the Big Ten at the moment. This is it's a huge moment. I'm gonna run through this really quick for us. Like for Michigan, you're trying to sustain yourself and sustain your dominance in the Big Ten right now. Ohio State, you're trying to get back to a level that you used to know. Penn State, Penn State, you're trying to catch up with Ohio State and Michigan. You recruit like you're supposed to be on par with Michigan. So you should be challenging more often. Michigan State, you're trying to fix things, a lot of things. Nebraska, you're trying to come back. Wisconsin, you're starting over anew. And when I say anew, I mean anew. New offense, new everything, new coach, but you got one of the hottest coaches, one of the hottest young coaches in the nation. Probably number one coming out of the coach transfer portal. So it's big, man. And you see what USC is doing on the trail right now, recruiting wise. They're not going anywhere. I think they're gonna be ready to come to Big Ten also. But right now, a lot of teams need to jumpstart their way into this new Big Ten.
Yeah, it's a good way to look at it with the jumpstart aspect. But then you get teams like Maryland. I like Loxley a lot.
Yeah, I don't know how I forgot them.
Yeah, they just have their talent over there. And then we talked about Rutgers last week. You said top 25 defense last year. Missing pieces in a lot of other areas that they'll have to figure out solutions for. But Shiano is not some schmuck of a coach. He's a really good football coach.
He's not a loser.
He's not. He's not. He's dealing with one of the worst football programs in the country, and it's just a good spot to be in. Again, aside from Indiana, I think every team in the East is going to be competitive. I think the three at the top are going to compete for the title, but there's going to be some good games, and we're going to talk about win totals here. And I'm looking at that, and it's easy to go chalk with a lot of these. But you're telling me a Maryland can't upset one of the big three? You're telling me, Sparty can't go into Iowa City and knock off Iowa? You tell me Iowa can't run the table in the West with the transfers? There's just a lot can happen.
I'm going to pose a question to you. I'm going to tell you something. This isn't even a question. This is just something that's on my mind at the moment. I'll be quick. I think Wisconsin's going to run through that division.
You think so?
They're about to see something they've never seen before. That division knows nothing about pass. You got Purdue. That conference doesn't know. Now the talent that Wisconsin has. I think they're about to run through that division.
Yeah, I think
Just a
Iowa's
quick
gonna be
thought. Just a quick
formidable.
thought. Just a quick thought.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. So
Mhm.
over unders season win totals have obviously been released for a while now. And I want to make our predictions now, and we'll come back at the end of the year and we'll
Let me
figure
get
out
my
what
pen,
the
Bryce. Let me get my pen. I'm gonna hold you to this.
oh
Go
this will
ahead.
be literally recorded and posted online, and I
Yeah,
suppose I
but
could take it down.
I wouldn't in writing. I wouldn't in writing.
Okay, fine. Fax me the documents.
All right.
So let's go down the list. Let's make our predictions because I want to hear what you've got. And I'm curious again because I don't want to go chalk on some of these, but I felt like others are interesting. Because you're talking about Wisconsin running through. We'll start with them. Start talking about Wisconsin running through the West.
Uh-huh.
They're over unders 8.5. That's the number I saw. Let me know if you see any different numbers here.
Yeah, so the one I use it came with like really exact numbers.
Okay.
For them, it's not far from that though. I have 8.7.
Oh wow, where are you getting your odds?
I'll show you later. I'll show you later.
What sort of janky offshore sports book are you using?
Well, because they're taking the averages.
Oh, of all the books.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we'll go off your numbers then. That's fun. I feel like they gotta be pretty close.
Yeah, no. I want to hear your numbers still.
Well, so they're 8.5. I got them winning 9 games, Garrison. I don't have them.
With you.
Do you? Okay.
I think they'll win more than that, but they're gonna get over that.
Yeah, so we're both saying the over. Okay. We'll circle back to our team. So Michigan and Ohio State, both 10.5. I think Vegas would love for that number to be 11, but you can't really do 11. So 10.5 is the number. I'm gonna say Michigan over, Buckeyes under.
Okay.
Write it down. You got to go into Ann Arbor and into Camp Randall.
I've seen it before.
Not with this guy.
I have Michigan at 10.5 also. They have Ohio State at 10.3, so about the same thing. Over for both. I can't. I don't see a world where they lose 2 games in conference. I just don't. And I don't see a world where Notre Dame can't even get on the field with us. So, yeah.
Has that spread been announced for that game? Probably not, right?
Keep going through and I'll look.
All right. So next one, we'll kind of go from the order of alphabetical order here. So Illinois 6.5. I've got them at 7. So I'm going over with Illinois. You're with me there.
Right with you.
Indiana, I just saw 4, and I said under. I'm just so anti-Indiana. I think I don't think they're going to be able to squeeze out 5.
Ever since Penix left, they've been on the decline. So I mean, yeah.
Can we just talk about Penix for a second? That guy's a jerk.
Go ahead.
That guy was because he had that last minute touchdown against Penn State in the COVID year, right? He had that where it was disputed where it was going to be if it was a touchdown or not.
That was one of the craziest plays I've ever seen.
Craziest plays, and the guy didn't put up crazy numbers. This was a fine quarterback, and then goes out west to Washington, and he's a potential Heisman candidate, top 10 player in the country.
I haven't gone to New York, so
Garrison hasn't gone to New York.
I think he's that good. I think he's that good.
Yeah. That'll be fun to watch them because they come to East Lansing this year. Iowa. So let's talk about Iowa for a second. I watched their Big Ten tailgate show, whatever it was called. Iowa is very intriguing to me because I think you had a point that you've made for a while. If Iowa had some semblance of an offense, they would have had a couple Big Ten championships by now. But they've had no offense.
If they had Maryland's offense, they win the Big Ten at least once.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. If they bring in a legitimate quarterback, I'm not gonna say great quarterback. Let's say a legitimate quarterback.
They bring in a Big Ten champion quarterback.
A Big Ten championship quarterback who can lead a team, can make plays. They bring in a stud tight end, and then they bring in a highly rated wide receiver from the Bucks in Caleb Brown. And I missed that. I just missed that one. So they've got all of a sudden they've got some weapons on the offense. And I know they've got a legitimate running game, and their offensive line is an Iowa offensive line. So that's what I'm saying. Iowa really intrigues me. To which point I'd say I'm picking them on over 7.5. I think by a long shot.
I think that's an easy bet.
I think they obliterate that.
Easy bet. Yeah. And
Yep.
I don't have their schedule in front of me right now, but it's probably favorable. I mean,
yeah, because they've got Sparty at home, which
that's a win.
I got in trouble from some of my Sparty friends who watched this. I said I'm too mean to them. I said shut up. But they got Penn State in Happy Valley. They got to go to Wisconsin, and then to Nebraska. But that's going to be a noon kick. So it gets a little hairy.
All three of those are on the road. That's tough.
It's tough.
They'll get two of those.
Yeah,
they'll get two of those.
I think so. I think they're an interesting team.
Mm-hmm.
We'll kind of roll through these here. So Maryland, I've got them at 7. I think they'll win 8. So over Maryland. What do you have?
Under.
Okay, you're gonna go under. All right, so we're different there. Sparty, so they're 4.5. We've talked about Michigan State on the show before.
Mm-hmm.
They're 4.5, which I think is such a disrespectful line to them. Again, if it would be 5.5, I'd take the under.
I can't expect them to be this bad 3 years. I can't. I can't.
But Garrison, you and I are both gamblers. We love to gamble on college football.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, don't listen to that, Mrs. Scatty. Everyone else, Garrison and I love gamble on college football.
Yes.
I saw a stat, and I'll give credit to whoever it was in the tweet. Michigan State during odd seasons since 2011 are 64-17. So
Dude,
I don't know, man.
I said they're getting 8 wins. I think they're getting 8 wins.
You're gonna go 8. Wow.
Yes, I think we're getting one of those Sparty years. We're getting one of those Sparty years.
It's gonna be the odd year.
They're gonna get Michigan, Ohio State, or Penn State. They're gonna get one of us. They're gonna get one of us.
Well, you already said they're not gonna get Ohio State. They got Michigan at night.
So it's between you guys. Then you know they can't play with us. So
I know I'm not gonna stick up for Sparty on this show. But they got Penn State at Ford Field. Let's not forget that. And then they got to go to Iowa City.
I want to go to that game.
That'd be fun. It's a night game too, so that'll be enough time for you to recover, me to celebrate after the game, and we can go to that game. All right, so we're both saying over for Sparty. Mm-hmm. Minnesota, I'm saying under. I don't buy PJ Fleck hype right now.
Wow. Okay, Arlen Gaddy. Yeah, I'm with you.
7.5. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they're not getting to that. They're not getting to that.
All right. So what about Nebraska then? I'm seeing 6.
Take the over. Take everyone. Take the over. I'm trying. They have the most athletic quarterback in the Big Ten. Take the over.
That's confident. I'm going to take the under. So we'll see where we net out there. I don't buy the Nebraska hype yet. I think Rule needs time. I think Scott Frost.
He did any time his last stop. He got that ship jumping quick.
At Carolina or Baylor?
Baylor.
I think what the reports that have come out of Lincoln with Scott, how bad things were with Scott Frost, I think you need a little more time to patch up that ship. So we'll see. 6. Bryce says under. Garrison says over. All right. Can Nebraska win more than 4 games? Or Nebraska? Sorry, not Nebraska. Northwestern.
No.
I don't think so either.
We can move past.
We'll go under. All right. Penn State, I think, is a disrespectful number. 9.5.
9.5.
Because there's a lot of hype, and it tells us Vegas is seeing something maybe different. Because I'm going to go over. They got West Virginia week 1.
There's a chance they get 3 losses.
You think so?
There's a world of that happens, but I'm not going to live in that world.
Okay.
10-2.
10-2.
Maryland, Michigan State.
They got an interesting one against West Virginia. week 1 that I was looking at. And I know West Virginia is really down right now. It could be one of the worst teams, but that game is, I'm just confirming if that's home or away. That one is home at night. Never mind. Take it back.
Pow, pow.
Pow, pow.
Pow, pow.
Purdue 5.
Over.
You're going over. Okay.
I think they have. I think they secretly might have a top 5 quarterback in the Big Ten.
Yeah, that's right. They got Card. No, Hudson.
Hudson Card.
Yeah, from Texas.
I think they sneakily might have a top 5 quarterback.
Ooh, hot take. I like it. I like the take. I don't agree, but I like the take. I just watch and see. Yep, because they bring in the DC from Illinois. You had a Jeff Brom offense that would just sling the ball all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't. And their offensive coordinator is it Graham Harrell? Is that what I saw?
Yes, it's Graham Harrell.
Oh, that just came back to me now. All right, I'm gonna switch and take the over.
Bryce, he's gonna put up numbers.
Yeah,
he's going to put up numbers.
I forgot Graham Harrell is at Purdue. That's a fun team.
And you, Bryce, they have some really good Caucasian wide receivers.
They do.
They do.
And they go to Ann Arbor week 9, November 4th. So that'll be fun. That's an interesting game. All right. Rutgers over 4.
Mm-mm.
You're saying the under?
They'll go over 4 wins. I'm sure they have 2 built-in wins already. Yeah, they'll get over 2 or over 4. Yeah.
Yeah, they've got
4 or 4.5.
I see 4.
Okay, yeah, they get over that. 4.5, I can't take that, but
yeah, I think so too. I took the over there as well. So that's it. We were talking about Wisconsin. So we'll see. We'll put the finals up here. Excited to see what everyone else has. It's the Big Ten is in great hands, and I'm excited about it.
Whew, man, like it's an exciting time, man. We're this close, man. I finally get to see Marvin Harrison catch touchdowns again, bro.
And here's a bet. What are the odds Harrison plays all 12 games?
He's playing all 15.
What are the odds he plays a full season?
Bryce, there's no doubt in my mind he's playing the whole season. What are you doing?
Okay. All right.
Now the better question is, can your running backs do it?
No. I'm not saying Harrison's going to get hurt. I'm saying
that's what it sounds like, Bryce.
I'm saying business decisions come up.
Bryce, only business on his mind is winning a natty and beating the team up north. You know what? You know what, Bryce? You know what? Listen, man. I want you to know. I want you to understand this. Order will be restored in the Big Ten. Order will be restored. Everything in life regresses to the mean. Now it can go high, it can go low, but right here this is where you stay. And right now we're right here. We're on the bottom. Right, life is going to come back. Life is coming back to us. Daddy's coming home. Daddy is coming home, and Ryan Day is coming for you at the end of the year. I want you all. I want you to come to the altar, and you will repent for what you have said about Ryan Day. You will repent for those things, because he
better. He had the closet full. The gas in the engine was purring. He better. He's got no excuse now.
We're coming with a monster truck.
All right. All right, let's see it. Because you know who's not there anymore? Daddy Meyer. The coaches that you're excited about, you tweeted about today with the national championships, those coaches are gone, Garrison. They're gone. We'll see.
Bryce, do I need to give out my Ohio State quarterback stat, the most interesting quarterback stat in Ohio State history?
I'm sure this is completely relevant to the conversation, but go ahead.
Bryce. Every time, guys like, Craig Krenzel and Todd Beckman. Now, I don't know what it is about
legends.
Legends.
Legends in the game.
Okay, don't do that, man. Come on. But hey, sometimes when we get to nays with everybody, but sometimes when we got those guys, I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna say it.
All right. We'll leave it open-ended. Hey, you didn't compliment my Sugar Bowl hat. What the heck?
That's actually a really ugly. Cool, dude. I like that. You know, it's really ugly. Nasty gray. There's a weird yellow. I don't know what you call that. I think that's
All right. College football season is here.
Is that baby blue under the hat?
It's coming. It's around the corner. We'll see y'all next time.
All right, man. See ya.